All right, here's a little update on what I've been doing lately and why I have to keep making videos, regardless of the quality of those videos. Oh, I think that lighting's not ideal. It doesn't matter. So, right now, I want to tell you a few things that I'm doing. One of the new things I've been doing lately is I've started learning Korean. No, I have not stopped learning Mandarin. That's actually my primary second language I'm working on. My goal long term is I really want to become, if not native fluent, which actually I don't really care about being native fluent, but fluent enough that I can get by and have a conversation in most cases without being lost. Like most of my friends here who've come from overseas, that level sort of thing. I think that's my long-term goal. Not a rush. I got 10 years, whatever. I'm learning Korean because I've been wanting to do that for about 3 years. And I thought, now's a good time, now that I've taken all the Chinese classes offered to me at the school. I'm just going to start reading that and maybe practicing a bit more. Probably still take a few tutorials, like lessons with tutors and stuff. And basically take what I already know and cement it into my brain. Because I actually know quite a bit. I just need to build vocabulary and master the grammar that I already know. And the listening. It's the hardest part. So Korean, I've got through the alphabet. I'm finding it quite hard to pronounce some of the letters. There's some I can't tell the difference. For those who don't know, Korean is written as an alphabet, not just random characters. Well, not just characters like in Chinese or part of Japanese. It is actually a full, wonderful alphabet called Hangul, and it was invented about 700 years ago. I found that fascinating when I first realized that was the case. And unlike most people I know who want to learn an Eastern language, they usually tend to focus on Japanese. And I think that's part of the reason I went with Korean and then Chinese and then stuck with Chinese. Just that wanting to be different. Actually, at some point, I'd like to dabble in Japanese as well. Once I know more Chinese, that'll probably help. And so, I think languages are just fascinating. Just like I love geography and history, languages are kind of long. Good brain exercise, too, for someone old and decrepit at my age. So, I can read slowly. I can't understand anything that I'm reading, though, now. Yeah. What else did I see here? Meh. Okay. Let's see. But one thing about learning Korean is I've taken about 3.5, I say I've taken 3 1-hour lessons online through the website called italki, which I've been involved with for a couple of years, but finally I had the willingness to spend some money and courage to actually do some tutorials, paid tutor lessons, because it's a really good network of online tutors who you can pay, native speakers in these other languages. There's the professional teachers, which I'm dealing with, and then there's the semi-professional ones who are familiar with their language. They're good speakers or native speakers, and they'll help you, but they don't necessarily have the full teacher qualification, but they do have experience. And then there's the community people, like just the people you can have, what do you call it? Just conversations with, language partners, and also people to answer your questions. It's a really nice website. People are friendly. I've met a lot of people on that. Some of them I'm still friends with a couple years later. And in fact, the tutor I'm working with in Korean, someone I chatted with about 3 years ago on there when I was first looking at Korean and not Chinese. And she's great to work with. There's another tutor I worked with who was also great, but I kind of just chose Amy because of I had already been sort of friends with her a little bit. So it's not cheap, but I think it's worth it. I'm really enjoying the chance to actually have a tutor. A couple other things I'm doing here. I'm really, as you've probably seen on Facebook or Instagram, check out my Instagram, TravisDAlpha _. Don't ask about the underscore. That was a mistake. Now it's stuck with it. But TravisDAlpha _ is my Instagram account. I've been posting a lot of my photos on there. Lately, most of my vacation photos to Cambodia and Thailand. I have another one called The Mandarin Learner, which has all my Chinese related stuff. However, I'm sort of evaluating where I want to focus right now. But in the meantime, the Instagram, TravisDAlpha _ has a lot of nice pictures I've been posting. I'm finally kind of brave enough to post these pictures of my trips with my DSLR, somewhere on my phone. Some really nice processed photos. Here's one of my favorite ones I took right here. You can see it on there. I just blew it up to poster size. It's a very busy picture. Actually from my Samsung Galaxy S8. plus. But I'm going to do that kind of thing. And I'm actually thinking it would be really nice to have maybe a contest where, to get more followers, subscribers, likes, whatever. I know it's pandering, isn't it? But I don't care. I think I feel comfortable now, believing that I'm capable enough that I want more people to look at my stuff and not feel shamed for it. Or I used to feel ashamed or arrogant for that. No, so I'm thinking of making a little contest where I have a couple of, one or two of these, my favorite pictures, printed out large format and framed and give them away as winnings. More in the future of that. But yeah, with photography, I've got a couple of flashes I've ordered and stuff. Plus, I've got my video lighting too. I really want to do more photography. I love the outdoor stuff with architecture. I'm kind of into cyberpunk. I want to do some more urban night city photos. There's a lot of people who do that. I want to explore how to better do that. But I want people. I want modeling. I'm not talking fashion models, though I'm cool with that to some extent. But I want like people with a certain look and style for those photos. Like it could be anyone. I just want a certain look. So I am looking for people to help me with that. I've already done one. Got a couple other people interested. And as I get some new equipment coming in soon, some nice speed lights and umbrellas and stuff, I'm really hoping I can take advantage of that and boost my skill. And actually, it would be nice to do some small paid gigs on the side. Which brings me to my final discussion thing today. Video. Why am I just blabbering on like this? Well, it's kind of who I am. I think I got it from my mother, talking about things. Hey, I took notes so I could stay on, 3 topics here. But why I make videos, I've always loved doing videos. I'm not really comfortable sitting here and vlogging and talking to the camera. It's not really the thing that I do, but I am doing it. I'm obviously comfortable. But right now it's to force myself to produce some videos. I don't have time necessarily to produce longer forms or more complex videos. I used to do those 12-second TV ones, which I really learned so much doing those short videos. But I don't have that kind of time anymore. So at the very least, vlogging is something. So I'm trying to do at least one a week now. I'm trying to make a commitment, give me a few weeks, because it's really hard for me to commit to things. I'm not good at commitment, despite the fact that was in a long-term married relationship, held 2 long-term jobs so far, and managed to do a degree, and I lived in a place forever. Apparently, I feel not good at commitment, and it's like ADHD or something. I just like to do a lot of things. So I want to try and stick to this video idea at least once a week, and I'll improve. Hopefully, and I will try and do some more interesting stuff as well. But I think vlogging is a start. My topics will be all over the map. Obviously, I'm interested in politics. I'll try and stay out of that, though. Things I can teach people, show people. I want to figure out what I can offer to you. That, I think, is one of the most important parts. I do this for myself, really. But what value does it have to you, the viewer, my friend, whoever you are? Because, if you already made it 9 minutes into this video, then you're not bored. So what can I offer you? I want to hear those suggestions. Maybe you want me to be more succinct. I can be. I'm not trying to be right now, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, so send me some suggestions in Facebook messages, if you're someone watching on YouTube or something too. Anything like that. Because I want to get better, and I need to get out there and actually promote myself and maybe do some video production gigs or live streaming, which is really what I'm set up for. That's all I've got to say right now. Here's my notes. I love doing that. Reminds me of Monty Python, The Meaning of Life. If you haven't seen it, you should. So thank you very much. I want to hear back from you. This is sort of me just talking to my friends, and keep me in the loop.